Hello, happy Soul Sister Saturday from Dana and Amy, your big soul sisters. We're here to help you answer your questions and give you advice.
Loves it.
So how was your week? Ours was great.
Ours was fabulous.
It was awesome. We went to LA, but we're not going to tell you too much. We want you to be able to
watch the vlog.
Watch the vlog. You'll see all about our adventures. It was awesome. So let's just dive right in here. We want to be here for you guys as a resource. We had a lot of response from last week's episode. A lot more questions came to us, and we're so glad that we were able to help you. It is awesome. The first question says, "Hi, Amy and Dana. Delphine here. I would like to ask you what makes you feel the soul sister love and how it all happened."
Ooh, the soul sister love.
The soul sister love.
And how can you explain it?
I don't know, but it's just like
weird.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird if you've never felt it. You know, keep in mind, guys, that we've had a really different life path. And then maybe you guys could have found your soul sisters when you were 6, 7 years old. I don't know. We happened to not until we were older. So you might really be familiar with this feeling already. We have not been. We've had a lot of dysfunctional friendships and relationships in our lives, but they were also essential to teach us what we needed to know to get to this place.
Yeah.
The weird thing about it is it's just silly and fun and light, and
there is a connection that you can't explain, like, that you don't have with your friends, like other friends. Like, there is something there. Always there's something connecting us. Like that red string theory. You know, like you're connected by a red string, like with your like soulmate and stuff. Maybe it's something like that.
yeah, or it's our tattoo.
Or it's our tattoo.
But it's that feeling, this unconditional love, where if they're upset, it's really hard for you not to be. I find that one of the biggest challenges, and it's not anything I wish wasn't happening, but if one of us is not in a good place, like we know it, and it's like you have an itch, the other one's like, oh, I can just tell something's not right with you today. Do you want to talk about it? And every time we talk to each other, we always feel like 100% better.
Yeah, you fix everything.
You fix everything.
I love you.
I love you too. You help remind me of just like the magic in life. I love that so much.
And you've become like, I think like soul sisters, it doesn't just stop at like sisterhood and stuff, because like you are like a mother to me at the same time, and a best friend, and everything. It's like everything in one is what you are.
Thank you. I think as women, and even as men too, I've seen my sons display it. We have this internal need to nurture, which means to take care of other people. It feels good to. So it's just as rewarding for me to nurture and like caretake and take care of you as it is my own kids. It feels like a really natural thing to do with our friends. But very oftentimes people that have been hurt in their lives, who've had hard childhoods or difficult life, they don't open their heart up enough to allow you to do that. And so you have to find that one person you trust to be able to be vulnerable. We talked about vulnerability last week. Vulnerability is very important for connection.
It was like on the plane fear video, if you guys saw that, and like I think it would have taken, like not anyone could have got me on that plane, because I've been trying to get on that plane for like 10 years, but like somebody would just sit next to me and tell me I'm stupid, like stop being so silly, stop being so scared, you know, nothing's gonna happen, whereas you just held me that entire time, and that was beautiful, because like that was just, no one's ever done that for me before, so that, I love that.
And that is kind of an example of what everybody needs. We don't need other people to change us. We don't need other people to judge us and tell us what we're doing is silly. There's nothing more embarrassing than if you're like just being yourself, like being really authentic and being silly, and somebody like looks at you and is like, you're so weird.
Right.
No, oh gosh, does that just hurt, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So somebody who will see your silly side, which is truly who you are, and just love that part of you, and roots you on, like, go for it. Be as silly and goofy and crazy as you want to be, and that's who you are. So not trying to change somebody.
Yeah, love them for everything. They're good and they're bad and everything in between. That's when you know that you got a soul sis.
And it's hard because a lot of relationships, even with parents and children, it's based on conditional love, and that means that you will be loved when you do what the other person wants or please the other person. And that, we're taking it one step further to share with you what unconditional love is. And unconditional love means there's no conditions where you don't love each other. Like she said, the good or the bad, exactly. You love each other regardless. Because love...
And it's real love, like not just like BFF love. It's like a real love for your sister.
Yeah, it's really special. So let's go to, Emma Waterman. This is a really short question, but it just touched my heart because it was so simple. It says, I want to have really good friend, but nobody in my class likes me. I read that, and I swear I felt like I was like 7 again.
Yeah.
I did, and I remembered that feeling. I can remember it. I can remember sitting at my desk and feeling so alone.
Being like the odd one out.
Always feeling like you don't fit in, feeling like you don't belong, feeling like you don't really connect with anyone. That is normal. That's a normal part of growing up. It really is for everybody. Even people who you think don't go through that, we all do. So it's important for one to realize that. And for two, more than likely, people really do like you.
It's hard to feel like that. It's so hard.
I know, and it really, what this person's saying, what Emma's saying, is that nobody likes me, but truly, oftentimes what it means is that she's not liking herself right at that moment. Because when you don't like yourself, there's no way you could see other people that like you. You think everybody is looking through the same lens you are. And so that's why I like to say to you guys that people will treat you as well as you treat yourself. So if you're having a day where you have a lot of self-hatred and beating yourself up, your whole reality becomes that everybody feels that way, but that's not the reality, is it?
Not at all.
If you have a negative energy and you're like feeling yucky about yourself, it does tend to keep people away, though.
It's like what you always tell me, like you make your fear a reality. I was thinking about that earlier today, actually. I can't remember why, but I was thinking, I was scared of something, and that just came into my head that if you concentrate on the badness and your fears and your negativity, you're just going to attract that right into your life.
You will. So if you're saying I'm no
I'm
good,
learning so much.
you
Are
oh
you
my gosh,
proud?
you are. You
Look
are,
at that.
sis. Oh,
That is cool. I just clicked.
it's true. Yeah. We want this to click with you guys too, that
Yeah.
people are going to treat you as well as you treat yourself. And what you feel about yourself is what other people are going to feel about you. So truly, if you do feel like people aren't liking you, it really is that you're not liking yourself. So is there anything you can find that you like about yourself? Grab a notebook and call it a journal of self-love or something hippie like that. That sounds like a good thing. And write down things that you do like about yourself, even if it's the smallest thing. I like my hair. I like my brown eyes. I like my
Jelly cat.
I love, well, yeah, Jellycat is an extension of who you are, definitely. I like my fingernails, or I don't know, anything that you can find that you love, write it down, because the more you focus on what you love about yourself, the more that's going to grow in your experience, and you're going to love more and more things about yourself. And when you love yourself so much, other people are going to just love you. I promise. Try it. Kayla Marshall writes to us, I have this friend who lately has been mad at me, and I don't know why. It's really bugging me, and she says stuff like how it seems I don't need her and how I'm better off without her. I just don't know what to do. I still want to be her friend, but I don't know if she still wants to be my friend. Also, she acts like I can have only one friend, and that's her. Anyway, if you see this, thanks, and I love you guys. Thank you.
That's a tough one.
It's common, though.
Very common. I've had friends like that are very, what's the word?
Insecure.
Insecure.
Jealous.
And what's the word? Like possessive.
Yes,
That's it.
possessive.
Yeah. Like possessive friendships are really, really toxic.
They are, and what I'm reading under this is that she really just is having a hard time telling you what she needs from the friendship. So she's kind of being a little passive-aggressive and is not really able to freely communicate what she needs to. So she's kind of being, you're better off without me. Like, what if I said that to you and I'm like, sis, you're better off without me.
No.
But what would you be thinking was wrong with
Well,
me
if
if
you
I
really
said
said
that?
that?
If I was like, you're better off without me, I'm no good.
That there's something wrong with you.
Right, you wouldn't make it about you, would
No,
you?
no.
So that's exactly right. So I'm trying to tell Kayla, you really have to understand that this isn't about her not wanting to be your friend. This is about her needing something from
got
you.
something going on with her life right now.
Yeah, and she needs you even more. Like, read under the words sometimes, you know. She's saying, like, it seems like you don't need her. This is a kind of a tool, a toxic tool of control. Now, that might be kind of heavy to say to you, but what I'm saying is this girl definitely is feeling possessive, and I think it's a time where you can get really assertive. Open your heart to her. Know that she's having some kind of problem with self-esteem. She's not liking herself, and she's feeling really jealous when you have other friends. So lay it on the table, right? What have I said about that before? Be honest, be vulnerable, and lay it on the table and say, hey, listen, I feel like you're feeling jealous when I have other friends. Is that true? And then if she says, well, yeah, kind of, and just ask her, say, why? Because I care about you just as much. Like, open your heart and tell her she has nothing to worry about by you having other friends, and that it doesn't feel very good when she says those things to you, that she's better off without you because you want to be her friend. And really just ask her what she's really, really feeling.
Sounds like she needs a cuddle too.
She definitely needs a hug, and she just needs to be reassured. You know, a lot of friends that we have they have so many different backgrounds that if your friend is saying these things, she needs to be reassured. And some friends just need to be reassured more often of your love for them. So instead of pulling away and saying, oh, she doesn't like me, just give her more love. You know, that's usually how it works, isn't it? Mm-hmm. When somebody's really unlovable acting towards you, or in general, that's when they need the most love. Give her more love, Kayla, and I bet it'll be like magic. These issues will go away. If they come up again, just talk to her about them and tell her how you really feel about her. So Horse Lover 101 says, my friend tells me to do stuff with her or else she won't be my friend. And then she won't talk to me. Is that a real friend? Not really, not in that moment. That's not a very kind and loving thing to say. I don't want to summarize from one sentence here that she's not your friend, but I will say that's controlling, man. And when somebody's trying to be controlling to you, it means that they're really controlled themselves. Yeah. So more than likely, this is how she's treated, which is really sad. That love is really conditional, probably in her house, in her family, with other friends, possibly. Do you like her? I mean, do you like her as a person? Is she somebody that you enjoy being with? If so, tell her how you feel.
And what kind of stuff? Is it stuff that you're going to get in trouble for? Or is it stuff to do for her? Like, if it's stuff that's getting you into trouble, you need to, like, I don't know, that doesn't sound too good.
No, definitely not. Just being assertive and vulnerable. Lay it on the table. Just say, you know what?
You don't like
I don't want to do those things. And if she says, I'm not going to be your friend, then just say, okay, you know what? I'll be at home if you change your mind, and just step away. Don't let somebody control you like that. That's really hard to pull away from. Yeah. But realize that that's what's happening, and you deserve freedom of choice and freedom of who you are, and a true friend will allow that. So tell her how you feel. Say, hey, I've like being your friend, man, but this is really hard when you tell me to do things I don't feel like doing. And when you speak up for yourself, you might change her. She might realize, well, oftentimes people don't know what they're doing, do they? Mm-mm. Assume positive intent that this is how she's treated, so this is how she treats other people, but don't throw it all away before you've tried connecting and like really telling her how you feel. If after you tell her how you feel and she's still this way, I'd find friends that just respect you a little more, because that's kind of disrespectful. Yeah. Okay, Infinity Crafter 12 writes, so over the last few years I've been looking and not realizing that for a soul sister, and I met a girl, and I thought I had met her before, but I never had. We became really close, and then she left my side for someone else and started bullying me. I just recently moved back to my hometown, and on my first day of middle school, I met another girl and felt a soul sister connection. We've known each other for 3 or 4 months, and I trust her with all my heart. She's my lifesaver. She's been there with me through smiles and tears, and she's so trustworthy. And she's there for me when I need her. Her home is always welcoming for me when I need someone to talk to. I feel safe around her. And she's my best friend, but really I consider her a soul sister. We share the same emotions. No jealousy, just sharing and happiness. Is this a true soul sister?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Congratulations, Infinity Crafter. You found her.
She's there.
She's there. It's so awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really great. And I love how you differentiated between this other friend who was bullying you. Friendship doesn't look like bullying. And when somebody's being mean to you, whether it's gossip or bullying or backstabbing, open your heart enough to know that that's probably how they're treated, and that's usually the only tool they have to communicate sometimes, but also value yourself enough to want better quality friendships, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
And this happens throughout life. You're going to go through phases where you really click with a group of people or a friend or two, and then you happen to grow as a person and change, and you find yourself drifting from certain people. Don't rush to cling on to these old friendships that are naturally evolving and changing. Just allow everything to flow in the way it's meant to, and then you'll attract the perfect people to connect with who you've grown to be. Don't you think that happens a lot?
Yeah.
Friendships tend to be fleeting. Sometimes they're a couple months or just a couple years, and that's really normal and healthy.
It's sad too. Like the friends like that have been like best friends, and then like you haven't spoken to them for like 3 years, and they've moved on and they don't care about you, and it's like it really hurts. But
one thing I always tell you though when we talk about these things is that you have grown so much as a person. We've grown so much as people, just even finding each other, that it's just a natural course of things. It doesn't mean it has to be bad. Don't judge this like evolving or moving through these kind of friendships as bad. they change. Everything always changes, right?
The whole world changes. Every single second, everything's changing.
Right, and so having friendships for just a short time and then moving on to new friendships, that's really healthy and really normal and exactly what's supposed to happen.
You should learn something from each one.
Yeah, right. And then, like, love yourself enough to be like, wow, I've outgrown that type of person. And I wonder what I'm going to attract now. But
Soul sister.
Soul sister, that's different. A soul sister is forever.
Ever and ever.
Forever and ever and ever. So don't get
That's why we
frustrated.
have our tattoo.
I know. Soul sisters forever. Soul sister power activate.
That's what we do. Like if we feel sad or something, and we'll come into each other's room and we'll have soul sister tattoo time.
Yes.
You can
It's
feel
beautiful.
the energy. It's beautiful.
No, we could like probably change into something. Soul sister powers activate. Form of an eagle. No, I'm still me.
You're a powerful sister.
I'm an owl.
She
I can't wait to
is.
get my owl onesie that you ordered me.
Yeah.
So excited.
Love it.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for all the love and support with this Soul Sister series. It is something that we take really seriously. We have discussions and meetings about these particular episodes to see how we can help you best. We discuss these problems that you're having. You mean a lot to us.
Mm-hmm.
You really are like our little soul sisters and brothers. So
We want to meet you guys and give you
yes,
hugs.
we do. We want to meet you all. We wish you were all here right now. We're all just hanging out.
We've been talking about how we'd love to do like a soul sister weekend, like camping trip or something with a bunch of little soul sisters. That'd be so cool, huh?
Totally, because if you can come through, like, of having a hard time in your life, having learned something, and then you're able to help somebody else, it makes it all worth it. It was all worth everything that you went through because you can change other people's lives. So we want to be there for you. So continue to keep writing to us. Send us your Soul Sister fan art. We love to see it.
Yeah.
We're starting an awesome wall filled with it to show you guys soon. It might be back here soon. You'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. We love you. And we'll see you next Saturday.